Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the JRPG Report. My name is Dalton Suter, and this is episode 214. And this week, we've got a pretty good lineup here. We got a pretty good lineup of stories for you guys and gals out there. But first and foremost, I just wanted to quickly say that I have appreciated all of the kind words that I've gotten about my first episode. You know, you guys welcomed me in with open arms, and it means a lot to me. And I really appreciate it. And here's to many more. And let's get into some news, eh? So first and foremost, we have the Golden Week sale starting on PlayStation this week, and Xbox is having a Golden Week sale as well. Some of the games I saw for the Golden sale that stood out to me, Lost Judgment on sale for $29.99 on the PSN store, and Persona 5 Royal right now down to $20.99, which is cheaper than the original version at the moment. So that's something, if you've been interested in Persona 5, but you've been torn on which version you want to play, you can get the better version for cheaper right now. So I definitely recommend that. And that's all this article had for the PlayStation titles that are on sale. I did try to find some more info. This article says that this sale started today as of recording, which today is the 27th. But I have seen other sources say that the Golden sale starts Friday, and I didn't have a chance to check beforehand. So either one of those, it's going to be starting soon. I apologize that I don't have the exact date for you. But there is also a Golden sale happening over on Xbox, which surprised me, because you don't think about the most like Japanese related games on Xbox. Usually that's the more PlayStation side, but there are some cool games over on Xbox for sale in the realm of the JRPG world. There is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the Ultimate Edition. You can get right now for $37.99, and it is normally $94.99. So that's a pretty big discount. That is a pretty big discount. Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition, $25.99 instead of $39.99. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is $29.99 right now instead of $49.99. This is a game that I can't recommend enough to any of you. And if you have an Xbox, and if this is on sale on PlayStation as well, by all means, I know you've heard James talk about this game, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, on sale for $8.99. That is a steal for that game. If you go and look these days in the Steam comments on PC for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, everyone in the comments are basically saying that that game was Elden Ring before Elden Ring. But it was Capcom's open world action JRPG style. It's really good. I really recommend it. And let's see if there's anything else on here that jumps out to me. Final Fantasy IX on sale for $10.49. Final Fantasy VII on sale for $7.99. Final Fantasy VIII on sale for the remastered edition for $9.99. 10 and 10-2 remaster collection, $24.99. Okay, so this looks like basically all the Final Fantasy games are on sale at the moment. So yeah, go check out the Golden sale for Xbox and PlayStation, and you're going to find a bunch of games for cheap that, if they're been on your list, you know, there might be a game that you find that you've been like, man, I've been waiting for that to go on sale. Boom, there it is. Make that backlog bigger. And well, moving on from the Golden Week, but keeping the Golden theme, we have some speculation here. And this comes from comicbook.com. And this is Persona 4 Golden could reportedly, that's not even a word. Goodness, Dalton, get yourself together. Persona 4 Golden could reportedly be released for PS4 and Switch soon. It looks like the beloved JRPG Persona 4 Golden could finally be coming to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch at a time in the near future. Over the past year, or let's be honest, more than a year, we've continued to hear numerous different rumors about how Persona 4 Golden could end up coming to consoles at some point. And while none of those rumors have led to any kind of official announcement from Atlus just yet, it seems like we could end up hearing something from the Japanese company soon enough. According to a video game industry insider that goes by the name Zippo, Atlus has completed development on the PS4 and Switch versions of Persona 4 Golden. This new report didn't say when Atlus could opt to actually release these ports, but it was speculated that the price point on consoles will be higher when compared to the PC version of P4 Golden, which is a little strange to me. Me and James were having a conversation about this behind the scenes, and my only rationalization for it being less money on PC is so people are less apt to try to pirate it for PC. But then again, I don't know, because it had anti-piracy. So I'm not really sure. It's a strange decision if that ends up being true. Assuming that this information is true and the games are now finished, it seems that Atlus would opt to release them sometime soon. One major reason why this report makes sense is because Atlus has already confirmed that it will have a new Persona announcement to share this month. As part of celebrating the 25th anniversary of Persona, Atlus have promised to make a number of different announcements related to the franchise over the course of this year. Since April's Persona announcement hasn't taken place just yet, it seems we could learn more about a Persona 4 Golden coming to consoles as early as this week. It's also worth stressing that Zippo has a pretty good track record when it comes to Persona-related scoops. Back in 2021, they were one of the first people to report that Atlus would be remastering Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, which released on new platforms earlier this year. With this in mind, it definitely seems like P4G will be coming to PS4 and Switch at some point. It's just hard to know when. So we keep our eyes out for that, because fingers crossed that the console players get that. Here's my perfect world. This year we get Persona 4 Golden on PS4, PS5, Switch. We get an announcement for Persona 6, and we get an announcement for Persona 5 Royal for PC. And honestly, I'd love to hear about a Persona 3 remaster or a Persona 2 duology remake or something, or even just a port to make these games more accessible. Oh, goodness, it would be so cool. I love that series so much. Okay, well, let's move on from that. I'm going to gush over Persona enough for this week. This looks like Advent Children's Bahamut Sin joins Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. Another piece of Final Fantasy VII media is coming to the Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, as Advent Children elements are slipping into the game. Initially, character skins based on Cloud, Tifa, and Barret appeared. Now, A-Team and Square Enix have announced that people can fight and dress up as Bahamut Sin in Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. There are multiple parts to this event. First, there's a login event. Even if you don't face this version of Bahamut, you get a reward. The items you can get for stopping by until May 5th, 2022 included a emote, currency, and 12 special Shinra pack tickets. Those tickets can be used to try and get Bahamut Sin characters and weapon skins. You need to use at least 5 Shinra special pack tickets, like the ones from the login event, or 150 Shinra credits to pull and try to get one. However, keep in mind that there is an issue at the moment. It's keeping the Bahamut Sin skin from working on people with the female body type avatars in the game. As for facing Bahamut Sin, it can show up in standard matches, and when this happens, it goes from a PvP event to a cooperative one in which everyone fights the boss together. There are challenges with special Shinra pack tickets until May 5th, 2022, and EX challenges until May 9th, 2022. Depending on how many times Bahamut Sin is defeated, people can earn all Shinra pack tickets, or can all earn Shinra pack tickets. Up to 10 can be earned throughout the event. People can all get one if the boss is defeated 500 times. Everyone gets 3 for 1,000 defeats. 6 are doled out for 2,000. And if the foe is defeated 3,000 times, everyone will get 10 tickets. And finally, there is a comeback campaign. If it has been 14 days since someone with an account over a month old have played, they can come back and get a bonus for coming back. They will get 10 Shinra pack tickets. If certain number of past players return, everyone will get additional tickets. At the 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000 marks, 1 ticket will be given out, so up to 3 can be given out to everyone. Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier is available for Android and Apple OS devices, and Bahamut Sin can be fought until May 9th, 2022. That's pretty interesting. I'm not a big phone gamer, but I do enjoy some of the phone games that are Final Fantasy related, so I may have to actually check that one out. Up next, we got looks like a new game. The Silent Kingdom RPG Kickstarter hits its Switch stretch goal. Another Otome game is going to eventually head to the Switch, as the Silent Kingdom RPG has hit its stretch goal. it needed to raise £5,000. I think that's pounds. It might be euros. I think that actually is euros. 5,000 euros on Kickstarter to make that possible. It is now over this, and this means that the indie Lucky Cat title will eventually show up on the system. There's no guaranteed release date yet. However, the full release is tentatively set to appear on PCs via Steam and the eShop in 2024. In the Silent Kingdom, players follow Princess Erinys, and her kingdom is cursed, and it's up to her to potentially save it. However, what happens depends on the choice the players make during the Otome RPG. This also means an opportunity to romance companions. And it looks like they have a trailer for this link, so I will post this link on the Twitter. Ahead of the accomplishment, Lucky Cat released an estimated roadmap for the Silent Kingdom that anticipated Switch stretch goal being hit. Here's what people can expect to happen. This is an in-progress and tentative schedule. However, for example, the early access, beta test, and things after it will rely on the RPG Maker Unite, which isn't available yet due to the upcoming remake of the full game in Unity. July 2022, small Steam beta test with 30 to 60 minutes of Chapter 1. Late 2022, early 2023, early access to the Steam beta test of the entirety of Chapter 1. Late 2022 to early 2023 is going to be early access Steam release of everything up to the end of Chapter 1, and will come 1 month early after early access to the Steam beta test. 2024, the Steam and Switch versions will fully release. And also in 2024, the Gladiator Extra Romance option will appear, quote unquote, some months after launch. Well, that will be interesting. Hopefully that game ends up being cool, because I'm a sucker for an RPG with some romance options. I'm a hopeless romantic. What can I say? Up next, we've got One Piece Odyssey screenshots show characters and enemies. People can get a better look at One Piece Odyssey RPG as new screenshots show off the Straw Hat Pirate characters, the new enemies they'll face, and locations around Waffle Island. That's the place where everyone is stranded and after the Thousand Sunny sinks. Bandai Namco shared 14 in Japan, with each set designed to showcase a different part of the adventure. The first batch of screenshots from the official One Piece Odyssey site featured characters like Luffy, Nami, Zoro, Robin, Sanjay, Usopp, and Chopper. There's also a map with an X on it and a tipped-over ship. This could be referencing the Sunny sinking due to the storm. The second assortment focuses on new One Piece Odyssey enemies. This set offers to look at some of the new characters, which series creator Ichiro Oda helped design. And finally, the last four show what players will experience inside the Waffle Island ruins. These seem like they will be the game's dungeons. The screenshots shared hints at some puzzles characters will encounter in One Piece Odyssey. And in one image, it seems to show Luffy is actually manipulating a device to unlock a door. So I will post this link onto the Twitter if you'd like to check out these screenshots. They look pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to this game. One Piece is a show that I've always heard is really good, but I've always been daunted at how many episodes there are. But maybe I just need to, chew the fat, break down, go in there, and just watch it, because I hear it's fantastic. The graphics are looking good, though. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to it. I need to play DBZ Kakarot while I'm at it. Actually, man, so many games to play, so little time. And we have some news out here for all of you statue collectors or figures, any of the things like that. If you happen to be sitting on quite a bit of extra cash, Masterline Final Fantasy VI statue will cost $11,500. Square Enix has unveiled the price of its Masterline Final Fantasy VI statue from Prime 1 Studio. The 1:6 scale statue of Terra riding a suit of Magitech armor will cost a whopping 1,485,000 yen, which is approximately $11,500 or 10,694 pounds. Pre-orders for the statue in Japan will go up April 25th, 2022 at 11 a.m., which I guess was 2 days ago, via a special Square Enix store page. The statue will ship in Japan on July 28th, 2023. Prime 1 Studio is producing the statue under the supervision of Final Fantasy concept artist Yoshitaka Amano. At 1:6 scale, the statue features a highly detailed Terra riding on top of a suit of Magitech armor. The statue, is based on an earlier concept design for Final Fantasy VI that Amano drew during development. In a newly uploaded video, Amano himself discusses the statue's design and his feelings towards Final Fantasy VI. But at 1,485,000 yen per statue, it is the most expensive statue in the Masterline series so far. Furthermore, production will be limited to a total of 600 statues worldwide, with 150 reserved for buyers in Japan. Square Enix noted that pre-orders will end once 600 are sold, and it also states that orders or limits for each region may be changed due to depending on the stock. Square Enix will announce further information about pricing and availability in regions outside of Japan sometime later. It's unclear whether this means that the pre-order dates will be different depending on the region, but I guess we'll find out. You can check out the second Masterline Final Fantasy VI statue preview video below on this video, on right here. So I will post this on the Twitter. Actually, I did post this on the Twitter, and I had a conversation with a listener about it, about how it's so expensive. My goodness, almost $12,000 for this statue is just wild. But it's not quite as wild as the next story, which is the Atelier Sophie 2 life-size statue will cost over $33,000. Just drink that in for a second. Life-size statues of Sophie Neuenmuller from Atelier Sophie 2, and apologies, I haven't played this game, so I'm sorry if I said her name wrong, will appear in Japan and China. Parco will sell statues at 4,290,000 yen, which will be made to order. Samples of the Atelier Sophie protagonist statue will appear on the 5th floor of Shibuya Parco from April 27th to July 18th, 2022. And in the irregular edition, Sophie will pose on top of several books. There's a limited edition version of the statue that will also appear at a higher price at 6 million yen, 50,000, or about $47,000. It will have a more elaborate background where Sophie poses in front of a ruins gate. Parco will hold a lottery to determine the sole winner who can purchase the one-off statue. Parco will only ship the life-size Sophie statues to Japan and China. For the rest of the world, it will produce miniature 1:7 scale figures based on the same model. The smaller figures will be eligible for worldwide shipping with a more affordable price of 23,000 yen, or about $187. Pre-orders for all items mentioned above will be available from April 27th to July 18th. So they are opening. They open today at the time of recording this. So if you're interested in one of these, assuming you're probably going to go for the 1:7 scale, go check it out. Sophie will join the list of Atelier characters who have had life-sized statues made in real life. In 2020, Gus produced a 1:1 statue of a Risalian Stout, the protagonist of Atelier Ryza, and sold them at roughly $21,000. But yeah, Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream, is available on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Koei Tecmo has sold over 200,000 units of the RPG on all platforms combined worldwide as of March 2022. The company has also worked with Bandai Namco to release collaboration items for both Atelier Sophie 2 and Tales of Arise. We have some War of the Visions news here with Persona 5 Royal event beginning in the War of the Visions global version. The Persona 5 and War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius crossover is now live worldwide. The event appeared in the Japanese version of the game in December of 2021, and now everyone has a chance to take part in it starting on April 27th, 2022. All characters and cards from the Japanese event will be present. First, there are 3 Persona 5 Royal characters who will show up. Makoto Queen Nijima is a free ultra rare that everyone can get. She's also a priestess. She can use Mafridine, Madokukaja, and Atomic Flare. The other 2 units are in the gacha. One is Ren Joker. Okay, so one is Joker. His job is wild card, also referencing Persona 5. You can use the abilities like One Shot Kill, Riot Gun, and We Have to Survive. Finally, Kasumi Violet Yoshizawa. Man, I couldn't read that for a second. It's like my eyes crossed. is an ultra rare with a faith job. Among her attacks are Allow Me, Sword Dance, and Vorpal Blade. There is also a Persona 5 Royal X War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius trailer, which shows gameplay for the Persona 5 Royal characters in action. And finally, there are 2 vision cards that people can get. These are Changing the World, Takes Hearts, and Those Who Define Reality. The former will be available May 4th, 2022, and people can summon it, and the latter is a raid reward that will be available later that month. Oh, that sounds pretty interesting. So if you're playing that game and you're a fan of Persona, boom, get you some Persona characters and start kicking some butt with them. And moving on, we got Fire Emblem Heroes gets Medeus Mythic Hero. Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light's Medeus will appear in Fire Emblem Heroes as a mythic hero. The new unit will appear via a banner on April 28th, 2022. He will be the first unit in the game with a Kanto control ability. Medeus is colorless, an infantry dragon, and his new Kanto control skill doesn't disable other cavalry, flyer, or infantry's units' Kanto skills, but does limit their movement to their range. Alongside Medeus, the following units will be available under this new banner: Altina, Dimitri, Elamine, Flavia, Hel, Idun, Julia, Mikaia, that's a cool name, Mirabilis, Ulter, and Thor. And at the end of March 2022, the last special hero appeared, Genealogy of the Holy War, and Thracia 776's Nana showed up as the legendary unit. Fire Emblem Heroes is available for Android and Apple iOS devices, and Medeus will appear as the mythic hero between April 28th, 2022 and May 11th, 2022. You know, I feel like a big dummy. I do. I saw Fire Emblem Heroes and I was thinking Fire Emblem, the new game that's coming out that's related to Fire Emblem Three Houses, which was a fantastic game. So now reading through that, I'm going to have to start pre-reading these because this is like the one that I didn't read beforehand. Oh well. Legend of Mana, the Teardrop Crystal, is getting an anime, and they have released a trailer, and they have also put out a release window. So if anybody is interested in the Legend of Mana, yeah, there's a new trailer out for this anime that's coming out for it. And let me see if I can scroll through here and find the release window again. It looks like, well, they say that there's a release window, and then it says it will air in 2022. That's a pretty wide release window. But I guess this is coming soon. If you're a fan of Legend of Mana, there will be a new show for you to check out. And I just thought, why not throw that in? Because I've heard people that really, really love the Mana series. I've only played a couple of them. I've never played Legend of Mana. It's on my one day to play list for sure. Up next, we got Pokemon Legends Arceus is also getting a new anime. It's called Hisuian Snow. So fans of the Pokemon, Company International announced a launch date for the first episode of Pokemon Hisuian Show, a short anime series based on Pokemon Legends Arceus. This will be a web series everyone can watch online, and there will be 3 episodes total. The first one will air online on May 18th, 2022. The announcement offered some details about the stars of the series. The leads are a young man named Alec and Hisuian Zora. Hisuian Zora is a normal and ghost-type Pokemon with a tragic background. But throughout the series, people will see the relationship develop between Alec and one of them. Splash art for the 3-episode series shows Alec, who is wearing a Zoroark mask, meeting the Pokemon. Pokemon Legends Arceus isn't the entry in the Pokemon series to inspire a short anime web series. For example, I think it meant isn't the first, but the first is not written in there. For example, it happened for Pokemon Sword and Shield as well. Pokemon Twilight Wings by Studio Colorido and Philomone featured short episodes online focusing on the characters from that series. Episode 1 will appear May 18th, 2022, and people will be able to watch it on Pokemon TV and on YouTube. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. All right, up next we got Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak options include hit effect settings. There's a new detail about what extra settings people can expect among Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak options. Director Yoshitaka Suzuki took to Twitter to discuss a new visual option. There will be different hit effects options in game. The screenshot shared showed a few different settings in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak's option menu. In its hit effects as set as normal, people are able to adjust the player hit effects. Folks can set both their own characters and those of other players. In the case of ones for hunters, the two options shown suggest more finer details. The one for player hit effects, one is set at display at 100%, and the other one is set at 25% for other effects. I think this is to help with screen clutter and things like that, because I know in certain MMO games you can turn off, like when other players are casting spells that make a really big boom or a lot going on, you can kind of turn those off for you to be able to see better with what's going on. So I'm sure that that's exactly what this is. And I own Monster Hunter World and I haven't played much of it. So if anybody's out there as a listener who has Monster Hunter World on PC and wants to show me the ropes sometime, please hit me up on Twitter, because I want to know all about that game. But it's like trying to climb up a wall without a rope. I just need somebody to help me out through it. but yeah, I can feel like when you're trying to fight these big, terrifying monsters in Monster Hunter, that you're going to want to be able to see what's going on, so you're not getting smacked with a giant tail and thrown halfway across the map type, you know. But this isn't the only settings changes that are coming in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Back in the beginning of April 2022, Suzuki talked about another one, and at the time he showed the numerous shortcut options. He pointed out that the item box quest settings menu, which showed 4 menu shortcuts and 4 loadout possibilities. Monster Hunter Rise is available for the Nintendo Switch and PC, and the Sunbreak expansion will arrive on June 30th, 2022. But it looks like we'll have to wait until May 2022 for more big announcements about the add-on. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link closed beta scheduled for fall 2022. According to a new interview with Famitsu, the mobile title will feature a closed beta period. However, more information on this will appear in the near future. That said, the interview also disclosed a key staff member that will be working on the narrative of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Ruiko Fukazawa, I think I said that right, Ruiko Fukazawa, who has writing credits on Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, which was tremendous, by the way. If you don't play Final Fantasy XIV, the story in that game is wonderful. We'll be working on the main scenario for the mobile title. However, the bit of the interview that is available does not disclose further information about the staff or the contents of the narrative. What we do know about Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is that players will assume the role of the protagonist. There will be character customizations similar to Kingdom Hearts Union X. Kingdom Hearts series director Tetsuya Nomura also spoke briefly about the potential of Disney Worlds appearing in Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. He stated that the team is still in the process of properly implementing these worlds. Originally, areas were covered almost completely in Disney motifs, but Nomura felt as though this was a bit overkill. As a result, some areas may feel more inspired by Disney products. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is still in development for Android and iOS devices, with the closed beta test scheduled for fall 2022. Man, I know there's been a lot of mobile news this week, and I apologize for that if you guys are not mobile gamers and everything, but like Kingdom Hearts in particular, the mobile game for Kingdom Hearts was really, really quite fun. And I believe you can still download it and play it. It just doesn't have online servers anymore, but I think you can still play through the entire game in the offline servers, because as you know, Kingdom Hearts, everything is canon. So the mobile game is like, there are crucial elements of a story in the mobile game because that's just how they roll. So it'll be interesting to see what this game brings to the table. But speaking of Kingdom Hearts, we have some unfortunate news for Kingdom Hearts fans. In an interview with Famitsu, Kingdom Hearts series director Tetsuya Nomura shared few more details about Kingdom Hearts 4. He stated that the team will be prioritizing development on Kingdom Hearts 4 and that no new information beyond this interview will release anytime soon. That said, Nomura did reveal a bit of new information concerning several key characters, the Lost Masters, and the staff of Kingdom Hearts 4. Nomura reveals that the footage in Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer was made in Unreal Engine 4. However, the game is being developed using Unreal Engine 5. He mentions that the future footage will potentially include how Kingdom Hearts 4 will look in Unreal Engine 5. Regarding staff working on Kingdom Hearts 4, Tetsuya Nomura will be joined by Oka Masaru and Akiko Ishibashi. Nomura also revealed that the Lost Masters will appear as a group similar to the Organization 13. This means that they will be working in opposition to Sora. Additionally, he spoke briefly about another character in Kingdom Hearts 4, a girl who apparently knows about Quadratum. While much about her is a mystery, Nomura hints that she is a character from Verum Rex. Nomura also touched on previously established characters and revealed that 5 masters, with the exception of Luxu, have disappeared. It is unclear if they will appear in Kingdom Hearts 4 in any capacity. So, after that, we're not going to be getting any more about that for a while, but that game looked really good in Unreal 4, and if you haven't seen anything about Unreal Engine 5, oh man, that means that Kingdom Hearts 4 could end up looking ridiculous. And that is definitely something to look forward to. And to cap things off this week, we have Utawarerumono RPG Monochrome Mobius global release date revealed. Monochrome Mobius, a new JRPG set in the same world as the Man, that is a hard word to say. Utawarerumono series will debut globally. The announcement comes from publisher Shiravune, which is working with developer Aqua Plus on the game. Previous Utawarerumono titles waited months or even years between their Japanese releases and their eventual overseas localizations. By contrast, Shiravune is targeting a day and date global PC release on September 8th, 2022. The Shiravune release will support English, Chinese, and Japanese language options. They have also uploaded a localized trailer for the game. Its formal title is Monochrome Mobius, Rights and Wrongs Forgotten. And I will share this article on the Twitter so you can check out this trailer for yourself if you would like. Chronologically, Monochrome Mobius is a prequel of sorts to the Utawarerumono Mask of Deception. It stars Oshtar, a major character from Mask of Deception, and focuses on his adventures before becoming the General of the Right in the empires of the Yamato. In addition, younger versions of Oshtar's friends Mikazushi and Munechika both make appearances as playable party members. Even Nekone and Oshtar's little sister shows up, though she's much younger than in Mask of Deception and Mask of Truth. This story takes place in and around Oshtar's homeland of Inakamue. I believe that's how you say it. Man, there's a lot of words in this I don't know how to say, everyone. I'm sorry. Oshtar is tasked to investigate some mysterious phenomena, and in doing so meets a mysterious girl, Shunya. Shunya informs him that his father, long thought been missing, is still alive. Oshtar then sets off on a quest to find his father and the truth in a land at the end of the world, Arva Shulan. The game itself will be structured more along the lines of a traditional JRPG, rather than the combination visual novel / tactical RPG genre of the mainline series. It'll have field exploration, turn-based battles with a small party, and character progression elements. Aqua Plus also re-uploaded previously teased gameplay footage, as well as the Monochrome Mobius prologue and its animated opening. Monochrome Mobius will release on PC, PS4, and PS5 in Japan on September 8th, 2022. It will release outside of Japan with English, Japanese, and Chinese language support on PC on the same day. Previous games in the series are available on PS4 and PC. And that is the last news story that I have for this week. But I did want to say here at the end, I have been playing. So I'll go ahead and plug it here. Everyone knows that knows me. I do another podcast called the Steam Machine Podcast, where we play through my PC game backlog. So whenever we pull shorter games for that show, since we've switched to bi-weekly for that show, I've been able to put in some more time into some other games, and I've been playing some Edge of Eternity in my free time, and man, what a fun game. I've really been enjoying it. I know James is also playing through it as well. I believe he is a bit further than I am at the moment. So once me and him have both beaten that game, maybe I'll wrangle him in, and he can check up on and see how I'm doing on the show, and we can have a conversation about Edge of Eternity, and maybe that'll be a Sunday special. But coming up, I'm going to try to do a Sunday special soon, whether it be this Sunday or next Sunday. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to find a really good soundtrack, or maybe I'll do a compilation of JRPG music for you guys. I'll figure something out. But I'd like to get something out there, and because I don't want the Sunday specials to fall to the wayside. As a listener, I personally really enjoyed them, so I don't want to take those away from you guys, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, here at the end, I just want to say that, if you would like to find us on social media, you can pop over to at JRPG Report on Twitter, and you can find us there. You can also find us on Facebook, the JRPG Report. On both of those, the same thing. You can find me also on Twitter. If you want to find my personal Twitter, it is at Super Nerd Dalton, and I'm always around. I'm always up for chatting about some games. Feel free to hit me up and approach me. I promise I'm very approachable. I will not hit you with Renzakuken or anything like that. And also, if you want to be one of the lovely people who help support the show over on Patreon, that is patreon.com/JRPG Report. I believe. I guess I really should double check that. Okay, yeah, double checked it just to be sure. Patreon.com/JRPG Report. And you can be a supporter of the show, and I know that would mean a lot. It helps for sure. But yeah, I believe that's all for this week, ladies and gentlemen. So I will leave you with this. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Make the best of it. Make it rock. And until next time, guys, get out there and level up.